Hello from gardening at Douentza here in Ireland. It's winter now, early January, and at this time of year I often feel envious of those who have proper winters with lots and lots of snow and ice. I feel envious because the snow always looks so pretty, and I can't feel guilty about not getting out to the garden to start the spring tidy up. But today I'm doing something that's going to lift my spirits immensely. When it's too cold to enjoy the garden close up, it's wonderful to bring a selection of the outdoors in. So today I'm picking a bouquet of sweet smelling branches for an indoor arrangement. I'm taking branches from my favourite 3 winter flowering shrubs, ones that are grown for their fabulous scent. I'm starting with the iconic witch hazel. I don't know why it's called witch hazel, but don't those scraggy heads look like a dishevelled witch? A bit like we all feel at the moment in lockdown. The botanic name for this bush is Hamamelis Arnold Promise, and it's grown for its early sweetly smelling flowers of vibrant yellow. For best results, grow in well-drained, slightly acidic soil in full sun to part shade in a slightly sheltered position. Now I'm cutting some branches from the most divinely scented of all winter shrubs. This is called sweetbox or Sarcococca, and although this evergreen bush doesn't look very impressive, its scent comes in glorious wafts across the garden and will easily fill my kitchen. The flowers are quite small and insignificant, but again, this is one for its scent. Sarcococca confusa, the sweet box, is a bushy evergreen shrub from China and thereabouts with glossy, deep green, wavy, ovate leaves. And in winter, inconspicuous, very sweetly scented creamy white flowers, followed by glossy black berries. It's easy to grow. Finally, I turn to the queen of the winter garden. It's a Daphne, and this one is named Jacqueline Postill. This shrub is an absolute vision from December to February with its pretty pink flowers. I've planted it beside my greenhouse so the scent greets me whenever I visit, encouraging me to venture out. The scent is beautifully sweet and the flowers sing of spring. Like with the witch hazel, I'll be careful not to take too many of these woody branches and spoil the look of the shrub. Let's not be greedy. And here we are indoors, where I've recently moved out my giant cheese plant, making it an ideal spot for a vase of flowers. Notice the black marks on the wall from the grabby tendrils of my monstera. Now let's start with the witch hazel, placing it in the vase and adding the Daphne. Personally, I have a real aversion to yellow and pink together, but I feel that in spring the normal rules of good taste do not apply. In spring, all new growth and colours are welcome, so I'm going to go with yellow witch hazel and pink Daphne. I've just realised that the sweet box is not going to look well in the same vase as the other 2. Its branches are much smaller, so it needs a smaller vase. Now I'm just removing the lower leaves and flowers so that they won't rot when they are placed in the water. This is really relaxing. I think I could do this for hours. It's lovely too to have the scent. It continuously makes me smile. There's something very magical about shrubs that flower this early. I guess the fact that they can be robust enough to flower in winter, and their flowers appear in a very bleak and colourless landscape, making them all that more noticeable. In a big garden near here, they had an amazing Daphne Jacqueline Postill, the pink one, and whenever visitors came, they were in awe. Unfortunately, however, the Daphne was too tempting and people began to break off pieces hoping to propagate it. The garden tried its best to protect its Daphne, but in the end the people were just too persistent and they broke off so much that the Daphne died. Now this of course is a terrible story of vandalism and theft, but the really sad thing is that although the RHS says that this bush can be propagated by semi-hardwood cuttings, anecdotally I've heard that it's really rather difficult to get it to strike. So you can bet that all those people who vandalised the Daphne in the garden near here didn't even get anything to show for it at the end. A kind of poetic justice. And now I'm finishing up my little task for today, and I have 2 vases of beautiful winter bouquets to show for my efforts. These are going to brighten up my kitchen and my olfactory senses for many, many days. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that if you're thinking of winter shrubs to grow in your garden, you'll consider my 3 favourites, and that you'll check back soon for lots more gardening videos. Bye for now.